To Becky Tarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So we're gonna check today's energy. Alright guys, see what's floating around in the vibe today. Just get out some cards. Use these ones. So I hope everybody's well. It's Monday. Sorry guys, my hair's just drying. It's Monday. I hope everybody's back ready to roll for their week. Feeling productive. Okay, let's cleanse. Okay, so let's see what the energy of today is. What was that? Someone's confused about how fast, either how fast they're going or how fast they want to go. So I'm going to give you an example of how the energy feels, and then you can kind of grasp it, how and whatever, if it resonates for you. So, because I don't know how to describe the energy, I'm just going to give you an example. So say if there was someone that was thinking about coming forward, right? They hadn't spoke to someone in a few months and they wanted to come forward and express something, right? But they were confused about whether to just move in quick, lay it all out and push things forward, or if they should like retract some things and slow the energy down when they come forward. I hope that makes some kind of sense. That's how it feels. So let's see what the cards say. Mirroring. So you both will be mirroring each other. There's people in this connection that are mirroring each other. There's a barrier and ascending. Do you know what I'm getting with this barrier card is you're mirroring. How do I explain this? There's a connection here that the mirroring energy is like the mirroring stubbornness, or like the mirroring pride and ego. Is how I feel. There's a forgiveness in the underlying. Okay, they obviously wanted that out in the underlying energy, but they want it out. Let's see what they're saying. Conclusion, winter, communication. So I feel like there's a connection here where there's been no communication. It might not have been for a massively long amount of time, but there's been no communication here. People have been out in the cold. This person who's not sure how to come in at what speed. My ears are in the hand. Sorry, it was really ringing loud. I could hear like, I love you so much. I think I heard like, I'm coming for you. But I'm not sure. Someone's being guided to move towards someone, right? But the barrier is you both mirror each other. So if you both just, I feel like the energy bounces between, hi Amy, hey. If I get this finished, the collective energy, and anyone's still on, I'll try and pull some cards for people. Hello, hey Sharon. So once we do the collective energy, yeah, if anyone's still about, I'll do a quick little one card pull or whatever. It's me, I did that noise. It was fucking loud. I haven't had a ring that loud in a while. Okay, so we've got a connection that's been no communication. Someone's been out in the cold and there's been a barrier. The barrier is that the energy bounces between these two people, right? So when one is feeling really like pride, ego, the other one's a bit more in their vulnerability, but that one doesn't come forward because they're in their ego. Then it bounces to this one in their ego and extra stubborn, and this one being vulnerable, but they won't come forward because this one's being, and it just bounces back and forward. So there's been no communication. How far on the mirroring? Yeah, regarding a compromise, it feels like both of these people don't want to be on their own anymore. They certainly don't want to be on their own, like from the connection. They don't want to be separated from this connection anymore. for 20 years. Well, yeah, it's quite a lot of couples really, isn't it? But yeah, it's definitely this connection, however this is kind of portraying in the practical, people don't want this distance between them anymore. Clarifying the barrier. Yeah, the barrier is all of that energy that I said, and no one's taking action. But both people want commitment now. But what's under the devil? Yeah, the thing is, it's people's free will. But people ain't budging because they being stubborn. Okay, ascending. Clarifying ascending. Ah, pushing forward, but there's still huge nostalgia. They're both still holding on, whoever this is for. Neither of them can see the massive shift and change that's about to happen in their lives and in the connection. Neither of these people can see, but it's coming. Clarifying forgiveness. Ah, someone in this connection does want forgiveness. They do, but they're being quiet about it. It's to do with their inner child wounding. Oh, look. And crossing that is regrets. They've got deep regrets. They want forgiveness, but there might be too much in their ego to come forward and say, I have regrets. They're wearing masks. Clarifying conclusion. Conclusion is, the person that wants forgiveness, it could be both of them, but I feel like it's slightly more one person that definitely is required forgiveness. They are waking up to the energy behind this connection and how deep the connection really is. Like, I think they're opening up spiritually. I don't think this person's ever gone away from someone and had someone so in their head, being able to feel them, feel the love for them. This person's normally been able to numb their emotions and feelings, but this time it's not working. And then we have winter and communication. Yeah, see, communication. I think both parties want the communication, but winter, which aren't we now in? Ah, releasing the karma behind this. The answer is yes, balancing the scales. It says karmic partner. There could have been someone that was interfering in this connection, but I don't feel like there was an actual physical person interfering in this connection. It feels more like either energetically there was someone interfering, or one of these people might have been like caught up mentally with an ex and they hadn't worked through it. And now they see that what a load of bullshit, they don't even care about their ex, and now they're just desperately in love with and want to come forward to the person that they haven't been speaking to. Or this is just, there was karma all wrapped around both of these people, and now it's clearing up and being released. So now it's the right timing for them both to kind of be brought back together in whatever way, shape or form that's going to show. I feel like these two people not only had to come away clear karma, had to create distance in whatever way that's kind of showed up in their physical life, but they had to kind of clear karma, get their head straight, heal and find self-worth and realise who really is for their best interests. And now, oh, and also I feel material world, like finances needed to be dealt with. And then we have here union here. Oh, healing for union. But they're both back and forward because they're inner child wounding. So I'm just hoping. Let me see what I see with my third eye. And then I'll see who we got in the chat and I'll pull a card for you guys. Yeah. I don't know. They're both so stubborn. They're both so stubborn. These two in this energy. But someone needs to go forward. You're both just reminded of each other constantly and thinking about each other and thinking about communication. I do feel like it's the masculine energy that needs to come forward to create the peace. Well, let me see. I get someone actually typing out a whole message and being like, oh, just what, no, and then not sending it. Then having all these scenarios in their head like, oh, I'm just going to turn up at the door. Or imagining them, like, what would happen if they turn up at the door. There's a whole fucking, like, you've got it all. Just someone, I think both parties are just imagining constantly, like, oh, if they turn up, they do this, or if this person said this. Like, they're just completely both thinking about each other 24/7. Oh no, you're back. Did your Wi-Fi throw you off, Amy? Yeah, so I feel with this connection, there's a massive, massive new beginning coming through, but neither parties can see this. Both parties need to work on their stubbornness, but I do feel like that it's the masculine's fault. And then I said person, I don't know what is wrong with me today. It's the masculine that is really being guided to come forward and create some peace here, because I feel like the masculine may have been the person that created the chaos in this dynamic, I feel. So there's a new beginning coming for these two, and neither parties can see it coming. Around Halloween, because I can see pumpkins. The masculine energy is just, this feminine energy makes this masculine, I don't know the word, this is not a word I use, but you know, like giddy and like inside all like feels like a kid, like I can just see people carving a pumpkin. It's like, I can't figure out if they're both carving pumpkins or if the masculine is or the feminine is, but I get in the masculine doing something, whether there's pumpkins around in this room and he's just catching the feminine doing something, and like he's really hit, like it feels like a massive, like he's walking into a wall. He's hit with a fucking so much love, and it's like he just can't deny it anymore, and he's looking at her like, oh God, I am literally in love with this person and I don't know what to do. I've never been like in love with someone. I've never had a connection that's this intense, but I need to stop running. I feel this. I'm in America, it sucks here. Do you have the world turned? Oh, do you know what? The comments come up and then they disappear very quickly. So I can't read big paragraphs quick enough, especially if I'm channeling. Is the world going to turn a corner? I think I said, that's an in-depth route. Probably not, because the world is run, this physical world is being owned and run by darker entities and things that aren't higher being souls that are here to do the positive. They're here trying to sabotage, but that's a whole nother dynamic than a collective energy tap in. So maybe do your research on, I don't know how much you know about like reptilians and that, but as you ascend, you do learn, I don't know how to explain this. As you ascend, you become more at peace with like spirituality, and not that it loses its excitement. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, massive cleansing. The planet is horrendously in a state, but it's, you kind of, as you move up, you realise you are here having a human experience. There's not really anything, like here there is time, but there's no such thing as time in general. And it's all kind of playing out, and you're here just like you're having the experience. So you tend to just chill out a bit and kind of manifest on and focus on what you can, and understand that there's always going to be things trying to sabotage and trust the planet and keep people on lower vibe for very more in-depth reasons that this video is not going to go into. But is the planet going to turn around? There's been a war between light and dark for ages, and it's not just going to turn around, no. But more people are waking up and helping heal and making more people aware so that they can live the human experience being aware of what is going on, if that makes sense, rather than living it like, you know, the people that aren't awake. Yes, me too. It's the horrific, the children thing is really, it cuts me so deep. And the problem is all you can do, right, is help awaken people. Now, I don't mean going out on a headhunt and just ramming your opinion down people's throats, but awareness is power. Okay, guys? So being aware, and you know, with certain things, say if you had a child that was like a model and you got them into modelling from child and then they went into acting. Now, I don't know about how aware you are, but things like Hollywood and all of that scenario, or even not just Hollywood, like that's a very, like, if they were going down that route, as a parent and being aware that my child won't be going anywhere without me. If I was going to allow this route for my child, rise your vibration and think positively. Yes, exactly. And focus on your manifestation, but the awareness is key. Like I'm saying, if your child was going to go down that route, your child, like, because you're aware, your child won't be going anywhere, no one's getting around, you're with your child, it doesn't matter how old, like, you're staying with them, you make sure your child is awake. Whether they choose to accept, but you have that knowing, and it's always been around in the home, and your children are brought up awake, aware. If they choose to think you're nuts, fine, but they're aware. And then when they're ever in a position where they feel the energy shift in a room where something dark or someone dark, they are aware enough because they've been around people that are awake. Does that make sense? So that's always my advice for people. Don't get too caught up because you're gonna sit in dark, manifest. It's good to research a bit so the awareness is there, but don't live and breathe it, because you don't have the power to go into fucking government and all the way up. You don't. You will just end up dead or like thrown in prison. Yeah. So you take it in your stride. If you are going to be the guy that manages to do that, then you trust your role and your path and your guidance. Say if you were going to be a public speaker and then you were going to do this and you were going to do that, you'd follow your guidance into that role, but following the protection. Yeah. You don't just go out on the manhunt on your own, because your life is going to be, yes, exactly. So we work together in awakening our children and making them aware. We don't make them petrified. We're all here having experience, and it's our job to protect it is our job to protect the children. And I will always do the best that I can to protect my children, anyone's child. But I can't, singularly person, go and stop the horrific things that are happening to children. But I will follow my guidance and do what I can. And that's what we're all going to do, all of us. And we're all doing so well on our healing journeys. And look at the things like YouTube allows us. A lot of you guys are in America. Most of my viewers are in America, and I have absolutely no idea why. I mean, I actually really love it. But I never thought like people in America would like me. I really didn't think. I thought I'm just a young bird from London. But it seems you guys don't mind me, which is great. So here's what we're going to do. I love you too, Amy. So here's what we're going to do. For the few of us that are on, that was the collective energy. Let me just do a very quick card pull each and all. So here's what we're going to do is I need you to comment. Yeah. So the first person to comment now, I'm going to do you. It's not going to be a massively long in-depth reading, but it's going to be a little one. Just a one card or two and a quick message. So it was a video about the child rings is how I found it. Yeah, it's horrible. Yes, please. Oh, God. Right. So I know we've got Amy and Sharon on at the moment. So anyone else in, I'm going to do these two first. But also when I ask for the name, I'll look out, okay? So I'm going to do Sharon because she said yes, please. I'm going to do Sharon now, and then we'll move down. Like I said, they're not going to be really long, but let's just get some messages. So let's do Sharon first, please. Angel spirits, guides, workers of the divine. Sharon. Show me Sharon, please. Oh, okay, so you're opening up. So you will find over the next 12 months, you're going to learn, this may have been over the past 12 months, but I feel more up and coming over the next 12 months. You're going to get to know yourself in deeper ways, and you're going to see your light in more depth. So how I'm getting this is, example being, someone comes to you about something you don't really know. I've never had oh my God, you should book one in with me. At some point, no push on that, but definitely book one in if you've never had one with me. So Sharon, it's more in depth, like the power, the light. You're gonna get to, over the next 12 months, you're gonna get to know yourself more, and there's gonna be a scenario like you're gonna have a friend that's gonna come to you, right, Sharon, and they're gonna need your help or need something from you. I don't mean like lend me some money. I mean like need your help from their soul, yeah, and you're going to pull power out from so deep inside you, it's going to blow you, and you're going to be like, holy shit, I'm so much more awake, knowledgeable and powerful than I ever really knew. And it's going to be a nice moment. And then from that moment, you're going to be able to pull that deep power out so much more easier. And you're going to be running on a different you. What else for Sharon, please? Okay, so there's people around you that like a chitter-chatter. You need to work on your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is quite closed off and caged in. Could be from other things. It could be from heartbreaks. It could be from traumas. It could be from anything. Fucking this whole experience. You're welcome, Sharon. This whole experience for you, Sharon, in this human physical world is fucking hard. Yeah. So it could be anything. It's heartbreak. Yeah. Okay. So people talking shit around you. I need you. That's probably gonna be as well. If you're pulling power from deep within, Sharon, and you're going to find a new depth of power, and it's really going to like light a fire up your ass. Because that's going to, from that moment, I think you're just going to start clocking more people. You're going to start dropping people around you. Like, you're not the person I thought you was. You're not the person I thought you was. You are talking shit, or you're just so fake. You are like, because your heart is in a cage and needs healing. These are the kind of people that don't help. They're not rising you, bringing you up. They're just whoever these people are, friends, family, co-workers, whatever, a bit of each. But they are going to be dropped out over the next. Pain in my head. You might suffer with headaches, or gonna have a few headaches, or it might just be the bullshit that these people are saying, or it's just fake. It's like gossip fake. Either way, they're gonna be gone. I get 18 months. These people will either be dropped, or you'll be in the middle of like bye. Because you're not in harmony. You're not at harmony from some heartbreak that has really. You had to shut a door, or the door was slammed shut on you, and you were kind of left in the dark. Probably with clarity or just confusion. But when this scenario happens, where this person or friend or someone comes to you and you pull out this power, like, honestly, you're going to be blown away with yourself. That's going to kind of begin the grand rising, I feel, of you, Sharon. That's going to begin the new you. But it's not the new you, because it's who you really are. You're just clearing away all the negative experiences and how they've affected you, if that makes sense. So the real you is coming up to play. Let me see what I see on my third eye. Okay, how random. You're welcome, Sharon. You, right, I'm seeing you crying heartbreak. You've got to work on your heart healing. You need to work on it. Second of all, I saw you munching cucumber. So either you like cucumbers or you need cucumbers in your life. The cucumber might not be a particular cucumber. Maybe you're not eating enough veg, or, I mean, cucumbers are like 90% water or something. Oh my hands are shaking from energy. Amy's just there like, I'm viewing the whole shit, like, loving this. Yeah. Got to go on a health kick. Right, okay, that's what I was going to say. Or it's just a representation. Let me tell you, listen, you watch me. You watch me. If you even go back 7-8 months in the difference in how I am to now and the healing from the heartbreak, I am now working out every day. I have a plan, apart from I take one rest day, but I'm on a new plan, and I just feel back in my zone. Like, get on a health kick. Don't go too much, too far. It's only got to be like, throw in a half-hour walk every day. Try your best to add some extra vegetables. Try your best, push yourself to eat some fruit. Like, I really struggled with fruit. I'm fine with vegetables, but really struggled with fruit, Sharon. And do you know what I found? Making overnight oats. Amy, I love you so much. You're such a legend. Overnight oats, yeah, literally. Oats, a bit of unsweetened soya I use, milk, some soya strawberry yogurt, any flavour, and then big dollop of peanut butter, it's like 90% or 100% peanut butter, high protein, and then some strawberries and blueberries and shit around it. I never would have touched blueberries 6 months ago, but because I've been on a health kick and working on myself, now I want them and I crave them. So get going, Spirit wants you. Small things. It's not got to be drastic. You've not got to be a PT, like a personal trainer by the end of the month. Half-hour walk. Put some little extras in your meals, yeah? You can do it, Sharon. You can do it. Okay, that's it for Sharon, I feel. Your heart is going to be healed. You just have to be willing to release the pain, which you haven't been. whether you're aware of that or not. But you are, your heart will be healed. I promise you. It showed me. Your heart will. Okay? And the health kick is going to be something that's going to help you along the way. Trust me. It will help you heal because you're healing your body, like the physical side. You're so welcome, hon. You know where I am, guys. Like, I know it's not, like, free. I know readings aren't free, but when you get a private reading from me, I'm with you for at least an hour. Yeah, it's about an hour, normally an hour and a half, sometimes two if it's in depth, but like, and it's not that much. I'm not trying to push for readings. I'm just saying, like, if you're ever feeling really rough, just get the reading because a lot comes out. We go through shit. You'll feel a bit more like you know where you're heading. Yeah, I hate the idea of people just like really not in the know. Okay. Sharon's on her new one. She's on her health kick. She's going to get it going. She's going to go buy some fruit and veg and she's going to get in the walks or some kind of workout at least 4 to 5 times a week. Who's next? So, anyone next who would like... I know we've got Amy. Yay, Sharon. Anyone else that would like me to do a quick small reading for them? Just comment, please. Just... I know, yeah, I'm gonna do, we've got Amy. Is no one else here? We'll just do Amy then. Let's do Amy. Let's do Amy. Oh no, I don't know what this is. Let's see what this is. I can feel the energy. Something's gonna rattle you. I can feel there's a, I don't know if it's lingering, if it's like, let's just see. Something's gonna rattle you, Amy. Someone's gonna rattle you. Someone's gonna get pregnant. You've got kids. I'm like, Amy, how old are you? No, I know you don't cheat people. 48. Do you have children? Did you have children, Dev? No, yeah, it's not going to be you. It's someone around you. All right, there's lots. Right, let's just roll there. Get up 6. Fuck that. How did you do that? I got 2 and I'm so drained. It's the teenage years. I got 1 teenager and 1 toddler. Okay, so the reason why I asked was because maybe one of their girlfriends... Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. Bless you. Fuck that. You smashed me there. I felt at 17. You really went in. Okay, so just maybe as a side note, someone is going to get pregnant. Could be like one of your children's partners or like something around that. But maybe you don't like their partner, is how the energy might feel. Remember, it's energy. It could be someone close around you, or you might not be expecting this one to play out, and it just plays out. Okay. So basically, someone's getting pregnant. Obviously, it's not you, but someone's getting pregnant. My daughter, I feel ill. What? Yeah. You don't like her partner, or the partner's a prick. Okay. Weirdly enough, the pregnancy is gonna, or the child is gonna free the daughter. Or it's, she falls pregnant, the partner does something or just shows, well, I don't want anything to do, or something along that lines. Somehow, there's a freeing of it. Oh, you don't know. Well, there's someone... I mean, maybe you might not get to, maybe this might happen and then she, like, comes to you. There's, I don't want to just be like, is that daughter, but the energy is, right, there's someone that's getting pregnant and there's someone that's tied to that person that's dark, right? It's a dark, not a great energy. The person that's falling pregnant is, like, been a bit in a bubble. Like, just, I'm not saying she's going through domestic violence, but I'm just going to give you an example of energy. When I was very young, the father of my first son, I'm missing anything by not knowing, not missing anything by not knowing. Yeah. Basically, when I had my son, his dad turned into an addict, and it was a real confusing, horrific time. I was so young, he was so young. Anyway, I'd gone through a bit of domestic violence, and then when I got sent on the domestic violence course, it was like someone burst a bubble from around me. It was like ting, and then I could see the world. It was like, oh, this is reality, right? It's got that feeling about it, as in this person's been in a bubble, and now it's like maybe the pregnancy or something is freeing them to the real reality of the scenario. The smoking mirrors are being removed, and they're seeing how they need to kind of back off and like tame themselves and just remove themselves away from the bubble, is how it's coming through. Yeah. They need to get there. They've got so many other paths, and they're realising they've got so many other paths. And they don't have to just take this path. Whoever this person is, they don't have to just take this path. Clarify on this one. Yeah. It's okay. Like, so whether this... She might go off on a wild one as well. So I don't know. I can't tell if she actually has the baby or not. But either way, there's something to do with a pregnancy that somehow frees her, and she gets the reality, like, gets the bubble released from her. She's been pretty blocked up, like, as in all her emotions and understandings have been pretty blocked up for quite a while, and now it's like she can be free. I don't know how to explain it other than it's free. But she may go on a bit of a wild one after this, like, because it'll be a lot. Like, nothing too horrendous, but might just get a bit wild for a few months after. Right, so let's see what else we've got, because that's what came out via that deck. So let's see what else we've got for Amy. Oh, really? But that's what I'm saying. I think it might be down to the partner, another reason why there's a disconnect. No, they want these. Okay. Couple of class for Amy. President. Future. Okay. Oh, look, there's the ending. Right. So your past energy is a bit of conflict about what kind of makes you happy regarding a certain connection with someone. Yeah. Conflict between either both of you, or internal conflict about that, some kind of connection, someone you're connected to. Present moment. Here we go. Oh, okay. So we've got the wheel turning in some kind of stability. So it feels more like emotions. So you're holding back from balancing something out, and the wheel's turning on that, and there's going to be an offering. There's going to be an offering for you regarding whatever this is. One more. Sorry, this is supposed to be that quick. Yeah, and there's an offering that gives you hope. So maybe that pregnancy, maybe she will come forward to you being pregnant and like breaking out of this bubble. And then the future is you're confused about what's going on with this new beginning with this person or scenario, and how this is going to work. This is well weird. Yeah, making a judgment call on how to be. There's some, listen, justice is happening now. I think it's it gets well confusing at the front. Oh, it's so weird. So the best way for me to clear up that energy is to say, right, you haven't been talking to your daughter, there's been a disconnect, like some kind of conflict, whatever that is. Then present moment, the wheel's turning on the holding back. So if it's not you, it might have been her that's been holding back. But then there's justice, which is someone coming forward. But I just got this weird feeling that she's going to come forward and need to live with you. Yeah, it's probably because yeah, you know, it's like they're always around. I just got this weird feeling like she's going to pop up and be like, need to stay with you or want to stay with you. But so, right, I'm going to explain the energy and then let's just see what happens, right? But it's like, say you ain't spoke to an age, she come forward, right? Yeah. So, like, you ain't spoke to her, you hear from her, or she turns up or whatever, and she, like, needs to stay. Yeah? And it's like whole thing, but you're confused because it's like, what the fuck? Like, she's just here and wants all of this. Like, but you're trying to be obviously normal, supportive fucking parent. But she's keeping some things back, and I think that's what's causing the confusion. So it's like either she won't tell you who the dad is, if she is, or she's just holding some shit back. So it's making you well confused because she's not answering all your questions. But I do, like I said, I do feel like there's an end to a certain cycle, and things kind of panned out for the great in the end. It's just like a bit confusing for a while, and I don't, like I said, I don't know if she actually has this baby or not. I can't tell, but because she goes through a wild stage after, like I get like 3 months, a couple of months of like just being out there and like just because she feels free, and then she kind of settles down and gets on her own again after like 3 months or something. So yeah, that was fucking weird. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. That was wild. Let me see what I see in my third eye. Okay, so you're welcome, Amy. I also see you counting out money and handing it. It's not tons, so you may have to help or lend with a bit of money, but because you feel like she's holding back or she's not giving you full answers, you feel very uneasy about it, but it's not too much. So you're like, do you know what? If she messes around on whatever and it doesn't give you the money, it's not enough that it's like, well, that'll be on her and we'll have to deal with it. But it's not like you're not lending her £1,000, if that makes sense. Hi, Mo. Yeah, of course you can. So that's kind of just what I see in the money finance. Like, I saw you handing it over, but it's not too much. It's not too much. I feel like it'll all be fine, but it's a bit turbulent and confusing for a little while, and then it kind of all settles and it's fine. That's what we got for you, Amy. How fucking wild. Right, Mo, you're with us. Hello. Hey, Mo, what's your question? Don't make it really, really, really long because it goes off screen. I won't be able to read it. And also, if there's anyone else that would like me to do a very short, quick reading, comment, please. Mo, I'm waiting on your question. Oh. What are... Oh, it's one of them. Well, that's hard because it's energy. All right. Because with energy, energy shifts and changes. I would love to tell you how many times a day I go from I'm in love with my ex-partner to I fucking despise him and want to stab him in the face. No joke. I go through so many different emotions in a day. So, let's see. What are most person's feelings towards him? So we got 3 cards. I am not available. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. You came closer than anyone. So that I am not available. Are they in a relationship? If not, or they're not connected to someone else, then they're not emotionally available, or there's too much shit going on in their lives. They can't give that to you at the moment. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So whether you're in separation, not speaking, or just to let go of the idea of you, there's letting go of something was harder than you know. And you came closer than anyone is the last one. I just saw like someone being like, it's not you, like, and they're not, this isn't like batting them away, this is genuinely like, it's not you, it's me, like they've got shit to do, or they've got, I'm glad it makes sense, or they've got stuff to figure out, or it's not you, you're not the reason for it, it's them, and there's some shit with them. Okay? Anyone else here? Any questions or anything? It's been nice chatting away. Sharon and Amy. Amy's just like my legendary #1. She's been here for ages. Well, it feels like it. Amy was my first person that like I actually kind of saw comment and she's returned, and so I remember her. That's funny that, was it Amy or Sharon? Yes, awesome, thank you. Mo, you keep retracting messages. It just says message retracted. Message retracted. Message retracted is what I'm seeing from you, Mo. I don't know what the hell you are doing. Yeah, so anyone else here? Any questions? Any other things they would like me to see about? Or I shall up and leave, do my hoovering before I have the school run. But yeah, it's been so, it's so nice chatting with you guys. You guys, are you both in the America? Amy, where are you? .444 on the clock when I looked up. That is all. Oh, Australia. Sorry, yeah, you did say that. So sorry. Memory of a fish. You did Australia. How nice. You've got so many like weird wild animals in Australia. I get freaked out when I get like a they're called daddy long legs here. They're massive, the big long legs. I get scared enough I have to squish it and flush it down the toilet. I couldn't live in Australia. I really couldn't. Alright, okay, so there doesn't seem to be anyone extra. So all together before we come off, I just want us all to take 3 deep breaths through our nose, blow out through our mouths. And we call them that. Oh, you do? I wasn't sure. I was thinking, oh my God, they call it what? Daddy long legs. Let's all take 3 deep breaths through our nose, out through our mouth. And really embrace our connection. We've got one in Australia. I think there's one, well, I'm in London. I think there's one in America. That's a big distance. There's nice breather. We're going to chuck out the energy for healing. Healing for all. Healing Sharon's heart. Healing for all of us. Stability for all of us. And safety for the children. Seeing as that's the protection of the children, and to continue our fight for the light to always win and stay stronger than the dark. So ready? 3 breaths through the nose. I feel peace and divine. Okay, guys, you know where I am. You can always email me if you have any questions. It's always in the box down below. Please like and subscribe. It always helps my channel to build and grow, and helps all of our energies to connect, so more of my videos will resonate with you. I send you guys so much love and light. Bye.